Hey everyone, this is Ethan from the Real Lake Marine Productions back again with another video. And today we're going to be doing Chapter 2 of building the Mudhorn Den in Lego from the Mandalorian Chapter 2. And yeah, it's looking really awesome so far, and I can't wait to show you guys what I've done this week. This week we do work on the Mudhorn, and that's what the title of this episode is called, is the Mudhorn. And we are able to get that done, and I gotta say, it looks really cool. Now there are a few things that I do want to fix, like I feel like the horn on the Mudhorn needs to be a little bit bigger. But we can worry about that in future chapters of this series, and I think it looks really cool. Now we also do get some of the terrain done, like, you know, the tan rock work, and you can see behind me that it's really cool. And I do a different technique that I'm not used to doing, which is building it on snot, you know, building it completely with the wall completely flat with studs. So yeah, that's really interesting, and I think it looks really good. So without further ado, guys, let's go and dive right into this chapter. Okay guys, so welcome back to another chapter of building the Mudhorn Den in Lego, and today is going to be a very exciting week because we're going to be building the Mudhorn. That's the first thing that we're going to start off with this chapter, and I hope it turns out. Now here's just a simple prototype of what I plan on doing. Like, this is just going to be the bottom. I'll have a plate, some plates on the side using the snot technique, and just have a plate like this, and hopefully it will be able to turn out. I know it's going to have to be really big because it's like twice the height as the Mandalorian, if not more. So that's going to be pretty difficult to build, you know, something that looks basically like a rhinoceros, just brown, and yeah, I think I'll be able to handle it. It's just going to take a lot of time, you know, getting all the colors right. Oh, it's really just brown, but I might have some dark brown and maybe even some dark bluish gray. So yeah, we'll mess around with a whole bunch of colors. I'll probably build the first thing just in brown at first, and then I'll you know, throw in the other colors, you know, a little bit later. But this is going to be the main design, just, you know, it's probably be like that big, I don't know, and then we'll throw some legs on there, and hopefully it will turn out. So let's go ahead and get on with building that and see how it goes. Okay guys, so after many hours of playing around with just my parts, I finally came up with a design for the Mudhorn, and I gotta say, it looks really good. Tons better than what I expected, and it's just gonna be, it's really cool. So we'll take the Mandalorian off, and I'll show you around. So you can see the legs, they look really cool, and they're not each one is not, the front two are identical, and the back two have, you know, a little bit thicker of a design, and it just looks really cool. And of course this is not the final final result for the Mudhorn. I'm sure, you know, in the next coming weeks I will, you know, add some other colors like dark brown and dark bluish gray, but for now we're going to keep the reddish brown on because I really like it. Now the other side, I did mess around, or I actually ran out of reddish brown slopes, so I decided to use a reddish brown, dark brown slopes, and it doesn't look bad. I think I like the reddish brown slopes better, so I'll end up getting more of those, and I just really like how it's looking. You can see the back design, and just use some more slopes, and you can see the bottom. The bottom, I need to add some more parts to cover up that, but I can do that pretty easily. I just gotta get more of those parts, and I have some loose parts on there as well. Just that one right there, you know, on each side, and this one doesn't stick as well, but I think it looks better with those parts on, and if I, you know, don't touch it, you know, it's able to shake and not move, so that's good. But now that we have the Mudhorn built, we can finally, you know, I can now start with the cave, and you know, it's gonna be, I don't know, probably like that big, you know, around that big, and you know, with the, I guess, little valley, you know, the mountain, and yeah, it looks really cool. And you can just imagine, you know, the Baby Yoda over here, and the Mudhorn right here, the Mandalorian, you know, bend it down, you know, about to really kill the Mandalorian. But we all know that Baby Yoda lifts up the Mudhorn, and the Mando strikes it and kills it. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the mountain. I hope you guys really like this. I know I spent many hours on this, and now the horn, the little horn right here, I'm not sure if I will keep that. I know it really is a little bit thicker, but that's the best piece that I have for it right now, and hopefully I will be able to get a better one soon. And if I could choose, I would get a tan colored one instead of white. So let's go and move on to the mountain. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you guys the progress that I've made so far. As I've been working on this for, I don't know, an hour and a half to 2 hours maybe less, I'm not sure. But you can see that I'm using this, making the rock work with basically making a snot wall using the, I guess, those pink, I think they're from brickheads, like the inside of a brickhead, but they're basically headlight bricks, but with 4 studs instead of 1. And I basically made a flat surface with all the studs, so it enables me to build, put slopes on and make a really nice, hopefully really nice rock design. So let me work on this a little bit more and hopefully it goes good. Okay, so I've been working on for several more hours, and this rock work is looking really good. I decided to have some studs showing. I think since the rock work or the actual mountain, really more it's more like a valley. It has like a bunch of like rugged rocks on the outside, and I think having some of the studs show, I think that makes a perfect resemblance to that. And I decided to put some shrubbery, just some dead shrubbery, in the MOC, just because it does add some color, and I think it looks really good, even though there might not be shrubbery right there. I think it'll make the MOC look a lot better, just because it's adds that different color. But yeah, we just added some some tiles and just some 1x1 plates, something that I've never done before, a ground texture like that, and I really like it. And you can see just more of the technique, and we still got a lot more to go, and I know I don't have that many parts, so I'll have to order some more. Okay guys, so it's been about a day, and I've just been doing more rock work over here, and actually started the other side of the I guess little valley or the mountain, and I'm really liking how it looks. Now I did run out of some slopes, some tan slopes, so I already did another order, and hopefully it will come in by the next chapter of building this MOC. So yeah, and I'm really liking how it's looking so far. It'd be right here. The cave, I'm guessing, will be about that big. I want it to be able to fit the Mudhorn, and it's just basically a half circle like that. Which it'll be difficult, and the mountain's right here, so I'll probably start right there. And I think it looks really cool. Now over here, I do plan on having Easter eggs right here, but we'll get to that in future chapters of we're not gonna get that done this week. But you can see I've done a lot of terrain, and I'm really liking how this looks. It really looks good on camera, and I just have filling in the cracks with these slopes right here, and I like it. And I'm gonna need probably several more orders done, so I have enough parts. And those 2x2 tiles in dark tan are on my pick brick wall right now, so I need to get another pick brick cup, probably a half pick brick cup, the small one. I would just get a full one of those. I'm sure that'll be enough for the MOC, and then if I end up running out, I can always get more. But yeah, you can see the technique that I'm using for the mountain is a little different than what it's different. It's not it's straight up. It's using the snot technique, which is something that I've never really seen before, even though most people probably use like a technique like this, and that's what I've always used. But I found it easier just to build a complete snot wall, and I'm really liking that. The only problem with that, like if I did it with a dark gray, it'd be hard to use the 1x2x3 slope, which is the tall slope. But I think it's all right. I mean, I think I have one 1x2x3 slope in dark tan, and I don't even know where it is. But yeah, just using a whole bunch of all these slopes right here looks really good, and I'm really hoping it looks really good. So that's gonna wrap up this chapter of building the Mudhorn Den in Lego. So let's go and go on and get to the outro of this video. Well, I hope you guys like how it's turning out so far. I know I am, and I love the rock work. I think it looks very smooth, and at the same time has, you know, that jagged rocky effect to it, you know, just like it is in the show, because it's not a smooth rock work, it's kind of a rugged rocky look, but yeah, you know, it is in a canyon where the MOC, or where it takes place, with, you know, the cave. We haven't started really on the cave yet, but hopefully by next chapter we might be able to do it next chapter. If not, easily by chapter 4 we'll be able to start the cave to it. But yeah, the Mudhorn looks really cool, and I think it, you know, since the Mudhorn is going to be the centerpiece of the MOC, I feel like it had to be built good, because, you know, I was afraid of it being too blocky, and I think I did a pretty good job with it. Now, in the next coming weeks, we probably will add some parts to it. You know, I did place a Lego order a couple days ago, and hopefully by next episode it will come in, so we can, you know, really, those parts will probably finish the rock work. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you haven't already, be sure to check out my other videos. And thanks for watching, and have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.